On a plain reading of the Constitution, those offices, all the holders of those offices all served their terms up to the 4th of March. Now, in the case of the president, if you go back to the substantive Constitution, and in particular Article 142, and bear in mind that Chapter 9 of the Constitution, which is where Article 142 is, only became operational on the 4th of March. Yeah? And 142 is what saves the president and says that the president will continue in office until the new president is sworn in. Now, 142 only talks about the president. So if you look at the transitional provision in respect of all the other offices, then our plain reading of the Constitution is that those terms expired on the first general election under this Constitution, which, as I've said, was the 4th of March. But the President is specifically excluded from that by Article 142, which provides that he will continue until a new President is sworn in. The Assumption of Office of the President Act of 2012 specifically provides that the President-elect, and remember, the President-elect is a person who is declared by IEBC at the conclusion of the election to be have been elected as President. And this is, of course, without prejudice to the other constitutional mechanisms like challenges in the Supreme Court and so on. That notwithstanding, that person is, in terms of the Constitution, the President-elect. And the Assumption of the Office of President Act of 2012 provides at Section 11 that the President-elect will receive briefs from such public officers as he considers necessary. The public officers have a statutory obligation to give the President-elect the brief that he requests for. Indeed, if you look at Section 11 of that Act, it is actually an offense to fail to provide that brief if it is requested for. So that answers the question of the legal basis on which the President-elect is receiving briefs. On my part, I was requested to brief the President-elect on the status of the implementation of the Constitution. So I actually attended 2 meetings. The first one, as chair of CIC, I was able to brief the President-elect and the Deputy President-elect on the status of the implementation of the Constitution. Thus far, what we consider to be challenges and what we consider to be the outlook in terms of implementation of the Constitution is concerned. I then attended a second meeting for all the chairs of constitutional commissions, which really was an opportunity for the President-elect and the Deputy President-elect to speak to the chairs. And for me, to answer your question, in both meetings, what was most significant for me was that in both meetings, the President-elect gave an assurance that if he's sworn in as President, his government will ensure that the Constitution is fully implemented in letter and in spirit.